Hello! Today we're going to be reading a story that Levi just got as a gift from his friend Caspian all the way over in Scotland. Thank you so much, Caspian. We're super excited. We love this book already. It's called Franklin's Flying Bookshop. Oh, Franklin loves stories. Stories keep him warm at night. His front door is a bookcase that keeps out the wind. There are lots of books inside the cave that Franklin lives in. He likes to read them out loud for everyone to hear. Well, that's nice. Every day, Franklin reads about King Arthur and roller skating, about electricity and baking. He reads about spiders and ballet, and how to do kung fu. When the sun goes down, Franklin reads by the light of 1,000 fireflies, because fireflies like to hear stories too. But if it's a warm night, he spreads his wings and flies into the sky to read by the light of the moon. There is a village near Franklin's cave. Sometimes Franklin gets there, but it's always quiet and it's always empty. He can never find anyone to read stories to. So Franklin goes home and reads about gymnastics and helps the bats in his cave to set up a trapeze. Then he yawns very loudly and stretches his tail and climbs into bed with a cup of chamomile tea. He sleeps tucked up under hundreds of comics and dreams about Vikings sailing all over the sea. One day, by the stream, Franklin sees a man. "What are you?" cries the man, quaking in his boots. "I'm Franklin," says Franklin, and he holds out his hand. "I'm a dragon who loves books, and I live in a cave." But the man drops his fishing rod and runs away. So Franklin goes home and reads about music and helps mice in his cave to start up a band. The next day, by the farm, Franklin sees a lady. "What are you?" cries the lady, shivering on the spot. I'm Franklin," says Franklin, and he holds out his hand. "I'm a dragon and a band manager, and I like ballet." But the lady screams loudly and runs far away. So Franklin trails home and reads about space and helps the fireflies make patterns like the stars in the sky. The next day in the woods, Franklin sees a young girl. She has bright red hair, the same color as the leaves, and she's reading a book, sitting under a tree. "Who are you?" asks the girl, jumping to her feet. I'm Franklin," says Franklin, and he holds out his hand. "I'm a dragon who likes stargazing and playing croquet." "I love dragons!" cries the girl, and she shakes Franklin's hand. "You're in this book that I'm reading about, from about a faraway land." Luna tells Franklin she's read about remote secret islands, about treasure hunts and pirates, about fruit bats and acrobats, and how to be a spy. Franklin tells Luna he's read about sword fighters and fire eaters, about circuses and anteaters, about flower arranging and carol singing and making apple pie. Luna and Franklin feel like they're made out of stories. Stories with exciting beginnings, thrilling middles, and very happy ends. Stories about new people and strange places and about making new friends. They want to share their favorite books with as many people as they can. So they sit down together and come up with a plan. They hoist bookshelves up high with the help of the mice and tie ropes round and round to make sure they fit tight. They move a sofa, some cake pans, tie comics on with strings to make a small, lopsided bookshop between Franklin's wings. Ooh, that sounds fun. Everybody climbs on board. Luna holds her breath. The mice hold each other. The fireflies gasp and the bats cross their toes. Franklin bends down low and runs as fast as he can. He sprints down the hill and spreads out his wings and takes off into the sunset with the help of the wind. Franklin lands his flying bookshop in the middle of the village. "It's that dragon!" cries the fisherman. "What a monster!" another cries. "His name is Franklin," shouts Luna, a fierce look in her eyes. "We built this bookshop together from the books in his cave. Franklin is kind, and he's clever, and he is my friend." There is a small silence. Franklin shuffles his feet in the quiet street. "It's nice to meet you," he says, as he waves at the crowd who have stopped in their tracks and are listening now. "We have lots of stories that we'd love to share. Please come say hello and pull up a chair." The fireflies light up the shelves, the bats cartwheel along the bookcases, and the mice clear their throats and start singing songs. It isn't long before the villagers start taking a look, climbing up onto Franklin to peer at the books. Franklin takes a deep breath as Luna passes out cake. He tells them stories about scientists and Antarctica and snakes. He whispers tales about dragons and how to make creme brulee, and everyone is listening to what he has to say. Oh, that's nice. "Let's fly," Luna smiles as the fireflies dance, and the acrobat bats show off their kung fu. So they all hang on tight as Franklin takes flight, reading books by the light of the moon. What a great story. I hope I get to read books in a bookshelf that's on a dragon's back. Hope you have fun imagining where you go with your books today. Bye.